In 2003, you signed first with TNA and joined James Mitchell's stable and did some work with Raven's group at the time. A real, in my opinion, real underrated period of wrestling history. Those great pay-per-views at the fairgrounds. Wanted to ask you about your memories of working with Father James and working Raven, et cetera, in the fairgrounds.
Yeah, that was definitely a really fun time for me. I learned a lot. I was still pretty wet behind the ears at that stage of the game, but was surrounded by people that, were kind and had heart and had brains and taught me a lot of things, from Jim Mitchell to Wolfie D to Shane Douglas. And then weirdly, so me and Raven were very standoffish. Like I was polite to him, but I think he was kind of in a grumpy headspace and whatever. And then it wasn't until years later that we really got along great. Like we get along amazingly now. I think he's awesome. And I mean, I thought he was awesome back then, but he was just, kind of in his own headspace and, whatever was going on up there. He's a super uber intelligent guy. So I think with cleverness, equals complex problems inside your brain. As an artsy fartsy guy, I can sometimes be my own worst enemy. So I appreciate Raven having his own inner workings to deal with. And maybe I was just one of the young guys that kind of got in the way and paid the price for just being in the way, of his thoughts or whatever was going on. But Shane Douglas didn't know me anything and taught me the world. Jim Mitchell, the same thing. Wolfie D, the same thing. Kid Cash, the same thing. I was just surrounded by some really, really great guys that are skilled and talented, and all of them had heart. Being part of the new church was super cool because even, they had us doing something cool or they had us doing something goofy, whatever it was, we would walk through those curtains at the Nashville Fairgrounds and people would just start and chant evil, evil. And we see those red lights. It was really just the stuff of magic. It was so cool, And I remember years later, we did one of those one night only TNA pay-per-views, Impact pay-per-views. And me and Jim Mitchell and Wolfie D, it had been years, and all three of us walked through catering together. And we were this is in Florida, like it was being taped in Orlando. So we're all in like beach shorts and flip-flops. So like, of course we're wearing, I'm sure, we're not in black leather and chains. We're in like flowery, fluffy beach shorts and flip-flops, and even dolled up, dressed up like, Fast Times at Ridgemount High. The guys in the catering just all kind of went, and they just were like, whoa. Like, they're like, you three together are so fucking scary looking. Like, I remember even Crowbar walking up, he goes, even in your fucking flip-flops, you three are creepy as fuck.